You don't really know much about Halloween.
Hello and welcome back to another unboxing video. I am your host Joel. I'm one half of the Newlydeads, and if you're not familiar with the Newlydeads, please go to our website at thenewlydeads.com to find out more about us, including our television show, Dollar Store Drive-In, that is available on these 4 networks that I will put up on the page for you now, so you can check that out. We also convert that show into a podcast, which you can find through Spotify and other fine podcasting directories. Also, if you are on this channel, then you are familiar with our other YouTube content, perhaps. But if not, please check it out. There's a lot of stuff here to go through. And if you would like, since 2025, our goal is to grow the channel, please like, subscribe, and share. We would very much appreciate the support. We also write blogs. We're artists, and everything about us is on our website. So please head over there, check it out. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach us either through our Facebook page, which is updated daily with stuff, or at contact@thenewlydeads.com, and I will get back to you as soon as possible, or Mrs. Newlydead as well. So on this video, I am showing you the Vinegar Syndrome subscriber box for February, as well as a couple of extra things I picked up during the sale. I believe 2 things specifically, I had to check. So with the February subscriber box and sale, we got this nice little Valentine from Vinegar Syndrome. Thank you, Vinegar Syndrome, for the Valentine.
Welcome.
I haven't gotten one of those like this since I was a kid. Very nicely printed, very simple, but has a nice little variation on their logo. It was just a fun little addition that came with the movies for this month, and it is appreciated. So the first thing we have here is the possession of Joel Delaney. Yes, his name is Joel. This is from 1972. This is about an upper-class Manhattan divorcee who comes to believe that her brother is possessed by the spirit of a serial killer who beheaded young women in Spanish Harlem. Whew, that's a lot. So this is directed by Waris Hussein, who did 10 episodes of Doctor Who. That's how I know Waris Hussein. You may know him from something else. This stars Perry King, right there, who was in Class of 1984, which had several sequels, and The Day After Tomorrow. Yes, that film, which is actually on the shelf. So, a little bit of trivia here. Shirley MacLaine lost the lead role in The Exorcist in 1973 due to her appearance in this movie, as director William Friedkin refused to cast her due to its similar theme of possession, which, to be fair, I can't blame him. So on the back, we have a nice little image there from the film. There's a little closer up image of Joel Delaney. Inside, this is a 4K release. We've got the same image there on the back. We've got information about the film. Thank you, Vinegar Syndrome, for all of that, as well as special features. Inside, we have the Blu-ray and 4K release, which I still don't have a 4K player, but I do have a region-free Blu-ray player. I should have waited and just doubled up. Anyway, got a nice little booklet here that tells you about the film. I won't go through the whole booklet, but I appreciate all the extra work that goes into these. Someday I'm going to get around and I'm just going to start going through and reading all of them and maybe report back later. We'll see. But maybe. You never know. All right. I see what I did. Don't want to ruin the case there already, because they do a very nice job of packaging. And all right. Next up, we have The Carpenter from 1988. A little bit of fun fact. Mrs. Newlydead and I already watched this. This is about a mad woman and her cheating husband who hire men to fix up their new house. Suddenly, a mysterious carpenter named Ed becomes her quote-unquote guardian angel, but is actually an executed killer whose spirit has returned to finish the dream house he once started, which I believe he maybe died by suicide, if I remember correctly. We watched this last week, and I've meant to remember. But anyway, this is directed by David Wellington, who did Man in Uniform and a whole slew of TV. It stars Wings Hauser, who they interviewed him on this for the documentary thing that they did and just a separate interview. It's so nice to see him doing well. He seems to be doing well for himself. Who you may remember him from Champagne and Bullets, doing the oh, that the something something slide. I forgot what it was now. Oh, I love that movie. It's on the shelf. I'll put it up here. I can't remember. He was also in Beastmaster 2 Through the Portal of Time. I have the first Beastmaster. I've never seen the second one. I just know it's kind of a classically questionable film, let's put it that way. This was the feature directorial debut for David Wellington. On the back, we have one of the many instruments of demise there with the table saw, I believe is what you call that. And then you've got wings there with his... He never uses that, by the way. He never uses the Slumber Party Massacre style death implementation, which is an actual tool. I mean, that's everything he uses it are real tools that carpenters would use. Some are more effective than others. Some are kind of silly, to be honest with you. Inside, we've got, if I can get it open here, the original cover or poster art. And I gotta say, this was a trip. Would I recommend it? I don't know. Am I glad I have it? Sure. But it is kind of an oddity of an 80s slasher that kind of is a ghost story, but also a slasher. It's a weird hybrid that, again, I don't know if I would recommend it or not, but there you go. This one I'm going to have to be careful because there's a little bit of something on the cover here. This is a White Cannibal Queen from 1980. This is going to be tricky. So here, I'm just going to flip that around because there's nothing on the back objectionable. So this is about a man who lost an arm and his family to a tribe of cannibals who returns 10 years later to bring back his teenage daughter, only to find that she's grown up into a beautiful blonde woman who has become the Cannibal Queen. This is directed by Jess Franco, yes, who did Killer Barbies versus Dracula. Jess Franco, look him up. I'll just say that. This was also directed by Francesco Prosperi, who did Dick Smart 2.0. I don't know why I have that written that way, but you can't see my notes, so you wouldn't know unless I told you. This stars Al Cliver, who was in 1979 Zombie, the classic spiritual sequel to Dawn of the Dead. This also stars Sabrina Ciani, who was in Ator, the Fighting Eagle. Classic. A little bit of trivia here. In a DVD interview for Sexo Cannibal, Jess Franco says that he hated the cannibal genre, and after his 2 cannibal films, he would never shoot another. This film is considered, even by Jess Franco himself, to be one of the worst cannibal films ever made. Yikes. If not the worst, due to its slow pacing, bad acting, terrible special effects, and awful camera work. That is a complete, what's the word I'm looking for? Vote of confidence. Now, this is the edited cover there on the front if you want to see it. From the director himself. On the back, we have information about the film, of course, as usual for Vinegar Syndrome. And inside, we have the alternate cover art there. So I know a lot of my friends flip those around to the original. I typically will leave it, whatever it is, on the front. And I'm going to move that down here because I don't want to accidentally get myself any sort of strikes on here. So during the course of the February pickup, I went ahead and grabbed a couple things from their sale as well. The first one being, now this was, I'm sorry, let me just rephrase that. These were a couple of things that were released on the partner labels. That's what I meant to say. There's a separate sale video that's coming. So the first one is Deadly Obsession, the films of Bill Reeves from 1987 to 2003. This was just released in 2025, though. So Bill Reeves is the self-proclaimed Ed Wood of VHS, but none of his films received distribution outside of his hometown. So here you go. This is right in my sweet spot. I love shot on video. There you go. This are all directed by Bill Reeves. They all star Bill Reeves in some form or another, who was in 8 Men Out. Yep, that one. Viper. And Push Too Far, as well as, obviously, some of his own films. So some trivia here. This includes the following titles. The Card Game from 1987. Who Shot Mean BR from 1993. Deadly Obsession from 1994, hence the title. The Gut Wrencher from 1997. And The Crown Jewel of Indonesia from 1999. Trail of Terror from 1999, Terminal Targets from 2001, Ghost and Angel Stories from Around the World from 2002, and finally, Ghost Stories from Indonesia, 2003. I am excited about this. I love low budget, micro budget, do it yourself filmmaking because you get the most crazy and fun, unique content. It always has a lot of heart because if you have enough passion to, take the time to work with whatever tools you have, then I want to give it the light of day and check it out. So I know I'm not alone in that love, but with a lot of my other film buffs out there, I'm kind of one of the few that really subscribes to that and enjoys that genre. So finally, here we have Rot from 1999. Now, there's a specific reason I picked this up. This is about Sarah, which she has a Sarah, she has a surprise and gruesome announcement for Muzzy. She has contracted a deadly virus called the Rot, which she got by, redacted, a dead guy from the local funeral home, and now she has passed it along to Muzzy. I'll let you figure out what the redacted part was. Slowly, the two of them begin to rot alive, spreading the insidious flesh-melting disease to friends and foes. This is directed by Marcus Koch, who did 100 Tears, which you may recognize the poster for that. And this stars, this is why I picked it up, Mr. Joel D. Wenkoop. Love that man. Nice guy. Friends of him on Facebook and his wife. Check him out. Who was in Creep 1995 and about 1,000 other shot on video films. Love that guy. No trivia for this, but here's the back. I saw this. I've read about this in some shot on video, like low budget indie type publications, and I've wanted to see it for a while. And so on the thing there, you've got drink in the toilet. And inside, yeah, we can get away with that. Joel D. Wenkoop is there, right there. And yeah, it's probably not for everybody. Maybe not for the faint of hearted. I don't know. The special effects may be a little bit low budget. We'll find out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you would like to, please like, subscribe, and share. Help us grow the channel in 2025. And that's it. So don't forget that tomorrow is not guaranteed. So please remember to unbox your heart. We'll see you next time.
This will be done, you see, between the real and the unreal. The dead might be looking in. Halloween, the festival of Samhain. Happy Halloween.